Hi, I'm Kenny Klaus, and this is State 48 Homeowner.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the State 48 Homeowner Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Kooiman, and with me today is Don Blake, the Crime Prevention Officer for the Superstition Substation for the Mesa Police Department. Welcome, Don.
Thank you. Hello. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Good.
So you are one of the people that deal with educating people on some crime trends that are happening, and we see a lot of different crime trends that happen over time.
Correct.
And one of those things is people leaving stuff in their cars.
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff that shouldn't be left there.
Now, I understand that sometimes people just leave stuff in their cars, but one of the things that we've seen lately is people leaving stuff in their unlocked cars.
Correct. You want me to tell you what?
Yeah. So the biggest thing that we're seeing, and we've seen some stuff that has come out from your department, Mesa,
Yes.
and also from Gilbert and Queen Creek, that they're posting these major social media announcements saying, please don't leave your guns in your cars.
Yes, guns is a huge problem. And, I mean, it's a huge problem even here in Mesa. And it's one of the ones that my commander, it just drives them crazy. And it drives the police officers crazy that you're leaving a gun that is for your protection in a car. And the car doesn't know how to use the gun to protect you.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why it's being left. And it's being left in unlocked cars a lot of the time, which is crazy.
So there's a couple things that happen with that. Now, Arizona, I think that a lot of people may not, for one, they're not registered with the state because in Arizona it's against the Constitution of the state to establish a gun registry. So if you wanted to register it with the state, you couldn't.
I didn't even know that, but you told me. But they're not registered. People aren't licensed. You know, everybody can own a gun. Mm-hmm. You can carry open, you can carry concealed. But they're leaving them in their car, which again I don't understand because the car cannot pull the trigger. It cannot save you. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why they're being left in a car unsecured.
Yeah, and it's irresponsible.
Right.
And I know that it's not that just people are leaving them unsecured as well. People are leaving them secured, but sometimes it's in a little safe that you can just pick up and take with you.
Yes. And
get into. I mean, they're secure to a degree, but a little crowbar, even a hammer and a screwdriver can get those open pretty quick.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, somebody that shouldn't have a firearm does.
Correct. And we're talking if they look in the car and the car is locked and they see it, they're going to break into the car. Yeah. But we read it so many times that the cars are not locked. People get out at their home or whatever, or even in the store parking lot, and they don't lock their cars. And it's not hard anymore. We don't have to push down anymore. It's just a thumb tap usually, unless you have one of the old cool cars, But they're leaving them in their cars left and right.
And that's what we're seeing on Ring door cameras. Mm-hmm. That's what we're seeing on parking lot surveillance cameras is people just going. It's not that people are breaking into cars. It's just looking for opportunity. They're just, the ring cameras. People are just going up and lifting up the handles. If they don't open, they're moving on to the next house.
Yeah, and you can follow it from ring to ring to ring because you'll see the car come in. Kids or adults will get out, and what they're doing is just going down and testing door handles all the way down the street. If the car opens, they're going in it. Yeah. As well as in the parking lots, of stores and stuff. But, of course, there's people around stores, so they're looking a little more carefully. Unless there's something they really want, then they'll sit there and wait until it's clear for them to go in.
And so if they do see something of value, if they see a purse, if they see a gun, if they see a gun safe, if they see things like that, then that gives them a reason to then break into it. But most of the time it's because it's open.
It's open.
So some of the things that they're seeing if it's open. So we talked about guns. And one of the things that you brought up, we were talking earlier, is if they do steal the guns, a lot of times people don't even, if they're going to report the gun as stolen, they don't know what the serial number is.
No, and in Arizona, you don't have to be registered. You don't have to be licensed. Everybody can carry. So a lot of people buy a gun. They have it's registered to them, but then they'll sell it, and then that person will sell it, then that person will sell it. So it's just really hard to trace back to where it came from.
Yeah, and so it's important, if you have firearms, it's important to just, keep a database of the guns that you have, keep a database of the serial numbers. You don't have to send that to the government if you don't want to, but at least, have that so that if it gets stolen, that you can then let the police department know this is the gun that was taken from me. That way, if they do find it, you can get it back.
Yeah, and that would help us too.
The Klaus team is different. With the Klaus team, you have someone on your side. Where you live and make memories is important. We have more unique strategies than anyone else to help you accomplish what matters most to you. We can help you with traditional real estate as well as other options such as our lease purchase programs. We can help you buy first then sell, and we can bring you instant offers. We're here to help our neighbors achieve the American dream and help them build wealth through home ownership. For more info or to start your home search, visit us online at klausteam.com.
So we talked also purses.
I always make a joke when I go out and do my talks, because we leave purses in the car. We see purses being stolen out of cars all the time. And I know, and I'll talk to the ladies right now, purses are our world. We carry everything in our purse, and stuff. So I don't understand why they're leaving it in their car. Because if they see a purse in there, they will break into the car. It doesn't have to be unlocked, but I've also been seeing them quite often unlock cars and purses are being stolen. So I'll make the joke, when I'm doing a talk to a group, saying, ladies, I know our purses are very important to us, so we're not leaving our purses in the car. So gentlemen, please take your purses out, because I just don't understand. I mean, I would never leave my purse in the car. I don't care where I'm going. And if I do, I will secure it either in the trunk, or I drive a Kia Soul, so I lift up the back, and you can put it in a storage there. But I also have a safe in my car as well.
Okay.
So I don't carry a gun, but if you're a gun carrier, safes in cars that are bolted to the car are really nice.
People are leaving their garage door openers, obviously, in their cars, but they're leaving it unlocked. That's a big thing for people that people don't think of. Obviously, you're going to have your garage door opener in your car. Now, mine, I have a Ford F-150, and Ford made it so that it's permanently attached.
Okay.
And so it programs. People can't yank it. Now,
right.
I'm guessing they could probably take my visor with them, but it probably strips the power, doesn't work anymore.
Right.
But, people have the clip on. And how's that dangerous?
Well, it's on their visor. Most everybody has it on their visor, so it's easy, because then the bad guy or the thief or the criminal, they will go in there and steal the garage door opener. Then they're going to open your glove compartment and look for your registration. And the thing that's on your registration is your address. Now, if you're from out of state, okay, they're going to have to travel a long ways to go out of state. But if it's here in town, especially if you're shopping, especially around Christmas time or you're in a movie, they know they have a little bit of time to swing down there real quick, see what they can grab, and take off.
Yeah, and if it's parked in front of your house, they can just come back later.
Yes.
When you're at work.
Yep.
Now, you brought up the registration.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to carry your registration in your car?
I have my registration as a picture on my phone, and I know, I will admit, I have been pulled over by one of our own motors, and he asked me, and I showed him on my phone, and they took that and everything. I mean, registrations, you just have to show that it's registered.
Yeah.
So
there's ways to avoid having your personal information in your glove box.
Correct.
But that garage door opener, it's pretty easy often to find your personal information in your vehicle. And if you have your purse, if you have your personal information in your glove box and you're leaving your car open, that's a big issue, especially for females and males that that are out and maybe out in Scottsdale partying, and a guy might see you and think that you're pretty, and you rebuff their advances and sees your vehicle and finds out where you live. That can be pretty dangerous.
Correct.
So keeping that car locked is pretty important.
Yeah, and it's not hard anymore. Unless you have one of the old cars, the one that when we were kids, where your parents told you to get in the back seat and push down, it's a thumb tap. Yeah. That's all it is. Beep, beep, and it's locked. Unless you have one of the old ones, like I say, then please take the time to push them all down, you know. But it's not hard anymore. We carry our keys, but sometimes they leave their keys in the car too.
That's the last one that we want to cover. So leaving your keys in your car.
I don't understand. I don't know the thought process of it. I don't understand why. Me personally, my house key's on my key. So obviously I got to take it with me. But then again, I read houses that are unlocked too. So it's just a rolling effect. It's like, it's not hard to lock your car. Take your keys with you. We have a thing that's called take, lock, remove. Take your keys, remove your belongings, and lock your car.
Now we're seeing two different things. Sometimes they leave the keys in the car. It might be under the floor mat. It might be on the
visor.
The visor. Yeah. It might be in the ignition. The other thing is leaving it running. Sometimes if we run in the store and we've got a pet with us, or we've got our kids with us, and we leave the vehicle running, unlocked or locked, and we run in the store. What's the danger there?
That they will get in and take it. And they have your kid, they have your pet. I only have a pet, and my dog is my world too, and that would just really bother me. But then your child is missing too. And for those that have small children and they're in the back seat, maybe they're old enough to be out of a car seat, or they're in a car seat, but those children, I'm sure, are terrified when they take off and it's not mom or dad there, or a family relative, or somebody, the babysitter that they know. It's a stranger and they're being taken.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are under the assumption that this doesn't happen a whole lot because they don't hear all the Amber Alerts about it. But there's a lot of times that it happens, but it doesn't get to the stage of the Amber Alert because, they're able to catch up to people before that. But it does happen, and people need to know that you shouldn't. Don't run in the store with the car.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
just don't do it. Stop your car. Take your car. And me, I wouldn't leave a child in a car anyways. Not in this day and age. So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this information, and hopefully we can help people stay safe and keep their home safe, keep their car safe.
Yep.
Thanks for spending time with us this week at State 48 Homeowner, the ins and outs of owning an Arizona home. You can connect with us for more information, submit topics you'd like us to further discuss. You can see relevant videos, give us feedback, answer your real estate questions, and more at state48homeowner.com.